and welcome to week 2 of BYFL Gameday. I'm Braden Sully, and I'm joined with my co-host Nathan Mackler. How are you, Nathan?
I'm really good. Last week was pretty intense. Good games.
I would not know because I was working. Thanks, Mom. So our first news story is that we have a new player in the league. It is Mr. Michael Reese. What's his middle name? I'll figure it out later. But we have Michael Reese joining us. Michael Reese Jr. And he's replacing Mr. Samuel Elwell on the Panthers. Sam is actually retired due to some his team. They weren't seeing eye to eye.
It's off-field reasons, but it was obvious on the field they didn't have the chemistry. They lost their game. It wasn't how they thought that it was going to go.
Would you say they have more biology than chemistry?
Yes, that's very true. They didn't play very well. They weren't playing as a team. They were arguing. It obviously led to off-field reasons. They got into fights probably. You know.
All right, and then our second news story is that we will have a third analyst joining us. It's going to be a female, but we're not naming any names yet. It'll be a big surprise. It's going to be on Twitter. Actually, we're going to announce it. It's going to be a big news break. It's going to be groundbreaking. We're going to try to appeal more to the female demographic for those of you out there. Okay. So Nathan, are we going to be doing scores right now from last week?
Yes. Last week, let's see. The Dolphins beat the Panthers 41-12. It was just destruction for the Panthers. They fell apart as a team. Not everyone was there. They just weren't playing very well. The chemistry just wasn't there. And the Dolphins, playing like they usually do, they just were abusing them. Near the end, the Dolphins were just playing around, and they were still destroying them. I don't even think Panthers put up points until like the second half. So.
I believe that Will Long had 21 pass touchdowns. Am I right?
Yeah, that was really good. They did really good. That's obvious. That's obvious reason for him to maybe become the new Heisman, or what we call it, the Harambe Award. But I don't know. There's still a lot of speculation.
I believe he had 25 total touchdowns, so he wins my player of the game for this.
Definitely.
All right.
Probably MVP of the week too.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then, so our second game was between the Aggies and the Hornets. The Aggies, led by Mr. Jake Knight, took the 30-28 win in overtime. Nathan, what's your intake on that?
Well, honestly, I think it was just because Mr. Jake Knight taking up the lead. You know, I mean, him and Marshall played pretty good together. The Hornets they didn't really play very well as a team, I guess. They had the chemistry, but they just weren't relying on all their players as much as they need to be.
And in other news, last year's Heisman winner Josh Kula had 7 pass touchdowns and 4 receiving touchdowns. So we'll see if he lives up to his potential and if he can go for a second Heisman back-to-back years.
Honestly, I'm not sure if it's going to be possible. I think he needs to throw the ball more. He needs to rely more on his players, and even if he needs to probably step out, have maybe someone else play quarterback, because he's a really good receiver. But I don't know if he'll be doing good on a quarterback. You know, he has to rely more on his wide receivers.
All right, and then so our third game was the primetime game of the week that was won by the Longhorns, 26-21. I actually predicted that the Longhorns took the dub, and I was correct on that. So my overall record is, let me see, 2-0 because I did not pick the Aggies or Hornets in that game. Nathan, what's your take on the Longhorns in Mustangs game?
Well, of course, it was a pretty close game overall, but the Longhorns, they definitely had the chemistry. They were just dominating on the field. But the only reason that the Mustangs weren't able to catch up with them was because Mr. Arash Shakib, once again with let's see, how many
The Narch dog didn't live
interceptions?
I
think it was 2 or 3. He just was not.
Nathan, would you say that the Narch dog was more of the Narch cat this week?
Yeah, definitely. He was pretty bad. Well,
5 interceptions?
5 interceptions, actually. Yeah, I think that's what it says here. But yeah, 5 interceptions. He did really bad.
He threw more interceptions than girls he's talked to.
That is very true. He's thrown more interceptions than times he's been stopped by the TSA, and that is very surprising.
All right. So that concludes the what's it called? The game analysis. Nathan, who all did you pick last week? So I know you picked the Dolphins.
Yes,
who'd you pick in the Aggies-Hornets game?
I chose the Aggies because Mr. Jake Knight.
And you chose the Mustangs, right?
And I chose the Mustangs.
All right, so I'm
2-1.
And then I'm 2-0. And then who did Chase choose last week? I know Chase chose
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
And team. I think he chose the Hornets because he likes the always the underdog. And then
he also chose the Mustangs.
He also chose.
So
Mustangs.
Mr. Chase Aiken went 1-2 in his game day appearance.
Yep.
All right. Yep. So now we're gonna have a word from our sponsors. We'll be back soon.
Hello and welcome back to BYFL Gameday. We're going to be talking about the game predictions for Week 2 with a special guest, also from the Dolphins, Mr. Cooper Kelly.
He was the winner of last year's Defensive Player of the Year. Hello, Trevor. How are you? Still off?
How are you?
Hello.
Hello. Glad to be here on the show with you guys.
All right, I'm sorry, Cooper. Super Cooper. Yeah, that's the main thing, because, he is Super Cooper. Yeah, we have some questions about you guys' game. How do you think it went for you guys last week? I mean, you guys won by 29 points. It's a new BYFL record. Yeah.
I feel like we were just rolling last week.
On all cylinders?
On all cylinders.
So,
offensive, defensively, and because we have the Special Teams Player of the Year.
Mr. Chase Aiken.
We were definitely rolling the Special Teams.
So would you say that you guys kept on score? It's score like that?
We were scoring so much, it was giving me an Advil.
Did you take an Advil after?
Yes, I did.
All right, Advil's an official sponsor of us.
That's true.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with predictions. So this week we have the Panthers, who dropped down to number 6 in the power rankings, playing the Aggies. What's their ranking, Cooper? I know you're big on the rankings.
The Aggies are ranked 3, actually.
The Aggies are ranked 3. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go ahead and choose the Aggies. I'm not a huge Aggie fan. I'd say I'm more of a Crimson Tide fan. But I can see the Aggies doing stuff. Mr. Jake Knight, he has that competitive fire. He's like bang, bang, bang. Score. And I don't think the Panthers can keep up. So I think the Aggies are gonna get that dub. What do you think, Nathan?
Well, honestly, I'm not sure. See, the Panthers, they weren't doing so good last week. They didn't have the chemistry or anything. But they also got a new member, Mr. Michael Reese. We're not sure how he's gonna do. If he does good, then they might stand a chance against them. It's gonna be a close game, but either way, I think the logical answer is probably the Aggies.
Yeah, we'll see how Michael Reese does.
Michael
Michael Reese has a history of getting hurt in football. I remember in elementary school,
yes.
we'd always have to stop games because he would get hurt. Yes. Cooper, who do you have for this game?
I think it's actually going to be a pretty close matchup, but it's going to depend on how Michael plays.
Mm-hmm.
If Michael doesn't perform, then the Panthers aren't going to win. But if Michael performs to his top ability, I feel like the Panthers could come out with it.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's true.
With that said, Jake Knight, I feel like he's going to come out. He's going to be firing on all cylinders.
All cylinders?
All cylinders.
Not all squares?
No,
not all graduated cylinders?
No,
just cylinders?
No, just cylinders.
All right.
He's going to be firing on all cylinders, and I feel like Jake Knight can have something to prove. I feel like he wants to feel like he deserves to win the Heisman Trophy, and I feel like the Aggies are going to take
that. That is true.
All right.
He was the 2019 Gator Athlete of the Year, so
it's the Gator Athlete of the Year.
Gator Athlete of the Year.
Not everyone wins that award.
It's really tough,
One guy, one girl.
And it's true. Some people stumble and fall before getting their awards. Mr. Jake Knight did not. He got it.
All right, so for our
like Mr. Carson.
So oh my God. We chose. So all 3 of us took the Aggies.
Yes, that's true.
Aggies.
So for our second game, we have the Hornets and
Mustangs.
Yeah, the Mustangs. So for this, honestly, I'm gonna have to go with the Mustangs. Stain Gang, 19. My friend Devin Butler.
That's true.
The Mustangs are second in the power rankings, I believe.
The Mustangs are actually they're rolling with 4th.
All right,
the Hornets are 5th.
All right, so it's a battle of 4 and 5. I'm still gonna go with the Mustangs. They have the pony up tempo. Let's see who's on Mustangs. I don't know these rosters. They have Logan. They have Narshcat, and they have Cameron. I think Cameron's gonna play with some fire this week.
That is true.
If you get in Cameron's head, Cameron turns it, and Cameron turns it into competitive fire, and he might come out. He'll either beat you, or he'll either physically beat you. Like he'll be mad.
That's true.
And then I think Arash gonna pick up his play.
I think honestly, coming down to it, it just relies on Arash singly. If he throws these interceptions like he's done consistently through preseason and week 1, I don't think he's gonna lead his team as a quarterback. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. I think that Logan is gonna step up. He's a really physical player. I think that he could. He's a big boy, man. No. I think he's gonna probably lead his team on both offense and defense. I think he has the fire. Same with Cameron Hebner. He's pretty physical. But Arash, it's all on him. If he throws those interceptions, it's definitely going on Hornets. But I'm gonna stand up for him because he's my homie. I think I'm gonna give it to the Mustangs.
He's your homie, and you know me.
Yes.
All right, Cooper, who are you picking?
I like what you guys both said. I like the Mustangs in this matchup, but I feel like the Mustangs defense kind of brings them down.
Oh.
You know,
if you don't have that good D, you can't win.
True.
It is true. I got that good D.
And any type of crossing route is going to kill the Mustangs on any day of the week. I feel like Josh Cool is going to be firing, not on all cylinders, but he's going to be firing on the offensive side of the ball, and he's going to be able to deliver to Sam Reynolds and his new teammate, Joey Freeburg. Yes,
he joined the league.
He's replacing Jack Mellon as the 3 on the Hornets. But I feel like Josh is going to be able to distribute the ball well, and I feel like the Hornets are going to get the win.
All right, so we have, Mustangs, and Hornets.
Yes, that's
okay, and then for our last game, our biggest pick, which I will be picking the helmet or hat for, is between the Dolphins and the Longhorns. It's a battle of Ricky Williams. It's a battle for Ricky Williams. I say he was a star for Texas. He played for the Dolphins, and for the BYFL Dolphins, I'd say that they have a very Ricky Williams-esque player too. And Mr. Chase Aiken. They both have good hair.
That is true. That flow is nice.
They're both underestimated, but look what they can do.
Statistically, the fastest player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Fastest 28.
Yeah, and the combine. In the combine, I feel like he was just flying.
He was flying. He was zipping.
He was like he had like an engine attached to the back of him. He was flying.
He was like
the 28.
He was like a marlin swimming. He was so fast and he's dangerous.
Mama June
don't want to mess with him.
Mama June must have given him some go-go juice. Like what's her face? That what was that? Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. That was Chase. He was Honey Boo Boo child. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Dolphins. No, undoubtedly the best team in the league, the best team in BYFL, the best team in baseball, the best team in basketball, the best team in anything. They're gonna take the dub. I mean, I don't see any team beating them this year. They're led by they're led by 2 Heisman hopefuls. I take back what I said about Will Long. I think he can do something. So, I'm sorry, something. He's gonna be Mr. Will Long and Cooper Kelly right here. So yeah.
Actually, I think we got 3 Heisman hopefuls.
3 Heisman.
Definitely.
I feel like Chase Aiken, he can throw himself out there in a little Heisman.
Yeah, you know what, Chase Aiken, come on screen, Chase. Come on, Chase. Great to see you back again, Chase.
Good to see you again.
You had a great week.
Hey, you ready for the game?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna have 4 picks this week. Chase is gonna be the honorary pick again. So yeah, like I said, I already picked the Dolphins. Nathan, who do you have?
Well, honestly, the Dolphins just have the chemistry, but so do Longhorns. Most of them being like Staley, they hang around the Staley kids, but they're pretty physical. It all depends on how good the Dolphins obviously play, but they're obviously going to come up with it because I've never seen them fall short. So I'm gonna have to go for the Dolphins.
Well, for my honorary pick, I mean, Longhorns, they're no doubtedly the second best team in the league.
Yes.
They're gonna give us the hardest try. They got the talent, but I don't know if they got the heart.
That is true.
We have the hearts of lions. They're like some small little panther cats.
Cecil the Lion, who's also slain, just like Harambe.
Shout out to the Harambe Club. Moment of silence.
And we're back. So, for me, I gotta pick the Dolphins. They're my home team.
It's your squad.
You cannot doubt yourself. Because the moment you doubt yourself, that is the moment you're gonna lose the game.
That is true.
Chase, would you buy a Ford Expedition so you could fit your whole squad?
You know what? I might even go with the Transit.
You might go Ford Transit. Wow.
That's how important.
Wow. A Ford Transit.
Alright,
You can fit 2 squads in there.
I don't even know what he's.
All right, so Cooper, you're gonna be making the headboard pick this week. Who are you gonna pick?